My name is Brian Benson with James Bean Estate Sales, and I'm here to give you some advice on how to make your stuff worth more money. Now, some of these things are things you can do long before your estate sale. Some of these you can do just right up until the actual day of the sale. And these are all things that will actually make your sale worth more money. And these are all kind of really good tips. So first thing I would tell people is to stop smoking. If you can stop smoking, or at least if you're not going to stop smoking, start smoking outside instead of inside of your house, it's going to make your sale make a lot more money. A lot of times when we do sales, the people have been smoking in their house for long periods of time. Sometimes those sales run less than half of what they would had they not been smokers. It really does make a big dollar value in how much your stuff is going to be worth. Like I said, if you won't stop smoking, at least start smoking outside. And once you start doing that, start letting your house air out, have your furniture professionally cleaned, your carpets cleaned, repaint your walls, wash everything. You really have to do a lot to get that nicotine smell off of everything so that you can get rid of the smell, because sometimes it can take years to get smoke smell out of a house. Next thing I would tell you to do, and this is about pets, and I'm not going to tell you to get rid of your pets because nobody would, but when pets get older and they pass away and we look at replacements for pets, a lot of times just getting a smarter option for replacing them will work a lot. If you have cats, a lot of times if you have a long-haired cat, just going to a short-haired cat that has a lot less shedding. Also, getting a cat that is like maybe an older cat that's been declawed and adopting a declawed cat, that's going to cause a lot less damage as far as shredding furniture. Also, maybe paring down cats so you don't have as much problem with litter, or adopting female cats that won't spray. Sometimes boy cats spray, girls cats won't. A lot of times it's just picking the right animal can actually help on that. If it's on dogs, what I would say is you can look at getting shorter hair dogs versus longer hair dogs. Also, certain dog breeds have better tendencies as far as they like to tear things up. So getting a breed that isn't destructive versus one that's hyperactive. Or getting a dog that has a low odor versus some dogs like hounds have like a lot of odor to them. And even if you wash them every day, if they get on the furniture, they're really going to make yourself a stink. There's a lot of different ways that you can maybe select an animal that's going to fit with a lifestyle that would be less odor, less destructive. Another thing you can do that would make everything you have worth more money is keep everything well maintained. Houses that we do that everything's very well maintained, where they take good care of the yard, keep the trees maintained. A lot of those sales, they do a lot better because when people come in, they're judging the house and the estate based off of the house a lot of times. And if everything looks very well maintained, they feel more confident when they buy stuff. They're not afraid of buying an old VCR because they think, oh, well, you took great care of your stuff, so I'm going to buy this VCR because it probably works. Or I'll buy your car because, since you took good care of your house, your car probably was also well maintained. When we do sales that are not well maintained and everything's kind of trashy, or you can just tell that they just didn't do it, people are a lot more skeptical because they're afraid that they're going to buy your problem, because if you didn't fix stuff, that you might have had other stuff that wasn't very well taken care of. So it can make a big difference when people are looking to buy your stuff as far as like how confident they are even to buy it. And the last thing I would tell you that can make your stuff worth a little bit more money is to keep your receipts. Now, we don't need your receipts on every item. We don't need it on anything less expensive, but if you've got furniture or higher end stuff, the receipts can really help. If you've recently redecorated, keep all those furniture receipts, because if in the next 10 years you decide to do an estate sale, it really helps us having those receipts. If we've got dates and prices, so I can show people that, the sofa is only a couple years old, and you paid X amount of dollars for it, it helps them justify spending a little bit more money because they know that I can prove that it's newer and it was more expensive than what they might think. Conversely, like on appliances, you can on appliances establish its date. So if you have a warranty, a lot of times this really helps, because I can sit there and tell people this was expensive or it was only a couple years old, but until they see it in writing, they're not necessarily going to believe me. And when we've had the receipts in the past, it really does. I can't tell you how many times it really does help the stuff sell for a little bit more than we would normally get without the receipts. Now, hopefully, these tips these are things that you can do, for years leading up to an estate sale. You can actually start doing them now. You don't have to just do them, wait till you have an estate sale to do them. And hopefully, these tips will make you more money. And also, by you making more money in an estate sale, I actually make a little bit more money. So hopefully, you'll do it and you'll help me out at the end too. And if you'd like to visit one of our estate sales, feel free to stop by any of them. You can check out our website at jamesbeanestatesales.com. And we have a sale almost every weekend. Bye-bye.